Hey guys, FlamingBrickFilms here, and today I'm going to be showing you my custom LEGO Foxy from Five Nights at Freddy's. And I really enjoy the game. I have it on the iPad, and I've been playing it lots, matched in 7, but can't beat 2020 for the life of me. This custom is inspired by McEternity's Five Nights at Freddy's customs, which I absolutely love, so that inspired me to make this. And I'm also going to be making one other character, which is my favourite character, Chica. So, also, before I get started, this is probably one of my best customs, if not the best. I spent a lot of time on this and used some new techniques that I haven't used before. But yeah, hope you enjoy it, and let's get into it. So here he is, my custom Foxy from Five Nights at Freddy's. And as I've already said, this is probably one of my best customs, if not the best, because I put a lot of work into him, used new techniques, and I just tried to be really creative with him. So, as always, he's completely hand sculpted and hand painted by me. He's sculpted using super sculpted clay and painted using Citadel paint. This is one of my few customs using Citadel paint, and I'm getting a lot better with it. And Foxy, being a very different character, he was quite hard to create in LEGO. So you can see I cut down his legs completely, so you can only see the little rotating parts. And the skeleton legs are put in there, so that's the endoskeleton showing and his legs, and the endoskeleton is also shown through his chest. So to do that, I cut a hole in the torso body and cut up a skeleton body and put that inside. I'm very proud of that, and then also the endoskeleton is showing on his arms there, and I'm very proud of this as well. The way that was done, I have a little peg there, and that goes into the hole of the arm, and so that attaches onto there. On the legs also you can see I've sculpted on all the features of his pants. So on the sides they bulge out a little bit, and on the front, rather than the normal LEGO legs going in a bit there, I've sculpted onto it so it doesn't, and I've also sculpted in those little holes there, and they've got a kind of shape to them, the legs, the shorts, pants, whatever you like to call them. They cut off in certain directions and shapes, so I made sure to follow to that. And so you can see the skeleton legs that I put in there. I had to cut them and put them in. They're painted silver. And also on the waist, you can see I've done a little bit of sculpting just right on the waist piece there to smoothen it out a bit. I did a new painting technique on his legs, which I kind of like. So I painted his legs brown normally, and then using like a mustardy kind of colour, dry brushed across it so it looks like it does in the game, because it's got the kind of streaks of mustardy colour along his brown shorts, if you like, and also in the little holes in his shorts slash pants slash legs I painted black so you can see them much better. So those actually go in as well. On his torso, I've already showed you that goes in, but that was cut, and I've also got the little hole on his torso right there, which he does have, and that hole there. And also you can see on all of his body the kind of reddish colour and reddish pinky kind of colour, and I've dry brushed all of that in grey, so he's got the dirt kind of grit, and I'm quite proud of that as well, because in the game he's very dirty. Also on his arms you can see I've filed in all the little holes, and so his arms have got that kind of shape. They're sculpted onto the shoulders, filed in where the elbow would be, and then those holes I used my Dremel to put in, and they're also painted in black, that on both arms. And the holes are actually accurate as well. I wait from the pictures to do the holes. Another thing I'm very proud of on this custom is this hand. So you can see I've sculpted onto it, because in the game it's got kind of robotic mechanical kind of look. So I sculpted all of those details onto that. Also his head, which is one of the most difficult parts of this custom to do, to get right, that took me a very long time to sculpt. So he's got his little golden teeth in his mouth. The teeth are also very difficult. And the hairs on the top of his head and on his shoulders there as well, they were made using copper wire, which I cut down and glued into place. I also sculpted his ears separately and then glued them on, and for some reason they're all glossy looking. I'm not sure why, because they're painted with matte paint. And his nose actually kind of shines because I kind of glossed it, and because in the game it's kind of reflective and glossy because I think it's made of plastic. So despite all of his modifications and edits and sculpting that I've added on, he can still pose a bit, so his arms can pose even though the socket is outward, so it's not actually in the body. Both of his arms can pose, like I already showed, because of that little peg there. And his hands can pose still. His legs can pose a little bit, not really bending at the moment though, because they're a bit stiff. And his head can't move because, well, it can move, but if I move it, his ears will break off, so I'm not going to move it. That's pretty much all I can say for this custom. I spent a very long time making this. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit like and subscribe. I have another Five Nights at Freddy's custom in the making. I hope you enjoy that too. And I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.